Okay, standing on the corner of my house, and I'm getting ready to replace an old septic tank that was metal when it was put back many years ago, and I've been waiting to, just to do it sometime, and it's been working, but I don't trust it any longer. It could collapse and all that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace that where it is, where we originally built this house. That's where it originally was. I'm going to put it on the other side of those trees near our drain field, our septic tank drain field, and then put the big tank that I have now, concrete for the house, on that side. So what I got to do is the line runs from the exit of the middle of the house on this side, then runs over at kind of an angle, connects into the septic tank, and then it goes around over into septic field. I'm going to do a straight shot. I'm just going to put a new line across the old one, and then the new tank will go out there and hook up to the existing septic field. So that's my plans. That's what I'm going to do. It's a little breezy today, but if listening to me, I kind of am a little windy. All right, I'm going to start digging. Well, I'm back at it, day 2, and I'll show you what I have going on here. I've got a laser level at that end, verified the accuracy, so it's level, so it's shooting me, as you can see right here, it's shooting me a level line from the top of the outlet sewer pipe, so I know how much I have to drop this area here, because the tank's going to go right here. So I've got the payloader, so I'm just going to dig all this material out, put it in the payloader, and then I'm going to haul it off and dump it away from this area, because most of the dirt isn't going back in the hole because the tank's going to displace it. So, but I think I'm comfortable in what I've got here, line, and then also the area. So I'm going to try to dig it down straight and entomb the septic tank. Alright, well, I've got a mark here on the pipe that I'm using, and that is where I'm supposed to be, right there, because the inlet is down lower than that. Anyway, I think I got this deep enough. I got to clean out that corner, just kind of level the floor out here, and then I'm going to take the backhoe and just pack any loose dirt. I don't think there's much at all. It's fairly hard, just one little place right here, and I'll get it all packed down, clean this up, make sure the dimensions fit the tank, and then I think we're ready to drop the tank in. So getting there. All right, and I'll be really thankful for having this done. Okay, well, I think I got it level. Went down and raked it around with the level and put sand down there. We have the tank ready to put down in, so we're going to try to get it positioned So let's see how this goes. Well, we got it set in. It's sitting all the area of the flat that I leveled out, so there's no high spots that it's sitting on. It looks good. Looks like it's definitely a hole in one, isn't it? In the end, it's gonna work well. It happens over and over. They come and then they go. It was a nice tractor. I did a good job. As you guys saw, I worked hard, but it's been good. So we're loading her up. It's heading south. Warmer country, get out of this cold area. Until the next one.
I'm gonna miss it. I am gonna miss this tractor.
It's been good. The birds liked it too. We washed it about 4 times. I don't know what's up this year. The birds are out of control. There they are right there. There they are. Those little...
There's so much poop on the front of the hood, Nick, and I just washed it this morning. Little parrot, those little sparrows. They're little punks is what they are.
They are peckers. They peck.
Pecker punks. So early this morning, we got out here. Electrical crew is out. We're laying the line in and get my power to the location. And that'll be basically the utilities until I'm ready to scratch ground and pour a foundation, which probably won't be this year, but never know. At least get ready to do it. That's what I'm trying to do. But yeah, gonna head up here, dig the area for the transformer for them so they can set it in the ground, and then bury the line. And just like that, I think we're golden. So they run the wires underneath it, and then they put the transformer on top of it. Should be good. Well, if we ever dig too deep, we hit that, we know we better stop, right? It's so pretty, I just don't want to bury it. Yeah, I'm going to bury it. Got the tank in, and then I've got the new line and bypassing the old tank back in here, and then I'll just drop it into the existing field, the drain field. So anyway, I've got a finish gluing, cut into the line, and then we're ready to go uncover cover up all this mess. And then, you know, in the news, there's been a lot of cover-up, so hopefully this isn't one that makes that big of a news. Little yellow flag there. See that yellow flag? Located a gas line. There's one that runs across here. I have had not nearly as many obstacles as leg arms to cross. He had a number of gas lines and phone lines and all kinds of goodies that guy had to go through to get his lines to his location. Mine is not so bad. There's just one, and I'm standing on it right now. So I got to find it before we start digging to lay power to my location, which is what I'm planning on doing. There's power lines right there. We just had some of those put in to go to our grain bin set up over there. I can go in the opposite way. I'm bringing them basically a half mile this way, only not power lines. I'm going underground. But I got to build a road here. This is not really a road, so I got to build a road. But I want to lay the power first to get it far enough off and deep enough away from the road so I know where it's at, and then build the road up next to it. But I got this gas line. So I'm going to dig a shovel. I'm going to start digging away at this rock hard ground and see if we can expose it. Supposedly it's 2.5 feet deep. If I find it, then I can start backhoeing. Oh yeah, see this? Metal wire. They call us a witcher stick.
I've had about 80% luck with it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So there's a gas line right here. Let's just see if it finds it. So I hold it really gently in my hand. Just kind of make sure it's tipped down a little bit. I just slowly walk forward across the gas line. And theoretically, it should point in line parallel with the gas line. There we go. I noticed it's about 2 feet past when it finally makes the turn. Let's try it again. I know I'm not turning this by hand. This is doing its own thing. It's something with the electromagnetic field. Boom. Isn't that cool? One more time, just so you guys are believers. Believers. I wasn't, then I am, then I'm not, then I am. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna go a little faster this time. I think it works better if you go a little faster. There we go. Boom. Right there, right there. About 2 feet past. So believe it or not, there is a science to it. It can find gas lines, water lines, copper, aluminum, all kinds of stuff. It somehow disturbs the electromagnetic field in the soil, and I'm not entirely sure how it does it, but the iron that you have in your hand turns the direction. But don't 100% count on that, because I have had false readings and times that where it did turn. But as there, I had 3 times in a row turned. So, cool. Well, I'm making progress. So this hole was a dud. Didn't find anything, went down 3 feet. And so I went ahead and went back to where he had marked over here, thinking maybe if I'm on the very spot he marked, I'd find it. And I dug down, didn't find anything. So then I broke out the good old Garrett metal detector, and I stuck it down in the hole, and it goes crazy. And on one side of the hole, it says there's 2 to 4 inches to the metal object. On the other side, it says 8 to 10. And being a tight confinement, I decided it probably better be the 2 to 4 inches. And I started digging over it, and I think I found it. Let's go take a peek. Going in. So I'm pretty sure that's it. So I'm gonna dig a little more over here, get down to it, see if I can expose it. Once I expose it, I'll grab the backhoe. Then I'll come over here, figure out the actual direction it's pointed, and then I can figure out where I'm gonna put my power down so I can lay that line to where the house location is. Oh, by the way, guys, new merch. This is our new special edition Yellow Pea Welker Farms hat. Isn't that just gorgeous? I feel like we're going back to the 70s. What's going on here? I actually do like it. It's good. But with that said, if you guys want Christmas gifts for Christmas, you got to get in now. Get your orders in now. Inventory's low. Due to the craziness in the world right now, inventory's low. Hats, shirts, all kinds of stuff. We've had to reduce a number of the options that we had available because there just isn't the inventory out there. Manufacturers are just way behind. So with that said, go to farmfocus.com/Welker Farms and you can go to our merch there. And if you want any of it, feel free to grab some. We found it and we dug on either side of it, carefully dug around it. So we exposed the line, found out where it was at. Dad stood there and made sure he had a shovel where I was at, and then I carefully with the backhoe just kept scooping the sides out below it, and then we just kept slowly busting the sides. So eventually we'll be able to go underneath. They want 2 feet underneath that with the power, so I'm gonna have to go this way and that way. But until then, I got some cleaning up to do. But this was the important one. That one's got some pressure in it. The one that's out there somewhere, I have no idea. It's been abandoned well, and I have no idea. We're probably gonna rip right through it. There's no pressure in it, it's just an old pipe in the ground. Unless it's deeper than 3 feet, because I'm only going 3 feet with this power, so. All right, pick this up tomorrow. Back at it another day. Let's see if we can get this backhoe started, but first, I'm gonna try to do the whole witcher stick again. I'm just curious. Sometimes it feels like it works, sometimes it doesn't. Let's just try it again today. Work done. I don't know. It's always about 2 feet after I walk past. There we go. So I hand dug a trench through the underneath there, reading roughly 20-24 inches. I think 2 feet's the code. I might have to go a little bit deeper, but that way when we come and lay the primary electrical down, it'll go underneath. And yes, they put down tape on top about a foot above, so that way if someone's digging, they hit the tape first. They go, oh, there's something buried there. But yeah, that line, I have no idea how much pounds are in that. Could be as much as 600 PSI. They say if you pop one of those, no man is fast enough to run away in time. It'll incinerate you pretty quick. It's kind of scary. This is how you do it. All right, I got more digging to do. Now I gotta dig up next to the county road on either side. So that way we can bring our boring kit and bore underneath the county road. Because that's gotta be done too. I might as well dig it while I got the backhoe running. And we got our permit to do that, so we're good. There, all right. I think I went deep enough. That could be 10 feet. You're supposed to go to code minimum of 6 feet from the crest of the road. So the peak, the arch of the road. So right in the middle here, I need to be at least 6 feet down and minimum of 4 feet in the ditches. So you want to be 4 feet deeper than the bottom of the ditch. So whatever that ends up being for the center, it could be, 10, 15 feet, depending on what you're doing. So I dug at the ditch. I did encroach into the road just a little bit. I'm gonna put some barrels on either side here because it could be a couple days till we get this thing bored. So that way people don't drive in the ditch. But I think I'm down far enough. So we'll hit on this side with the boring unit. Something we bought off eBay. And we rigged up a little thing, and leg arms built a little skid, and we used one of our hydraulic kits on our service truck. It's kind of cool how it works. You guys probably already seen it by now, but we're gonna do it again. So be prepared for another video. It's time. She wants it. This tractor wants to do some work. Got the ripper on it. Oh, what is that? 3 feet, that's about as deep as I'm gonna go. We don't have the Steiger. It went on to a new life somewhere else. But I think the butt will be okay pulling that depth. I think it can do it. I might do a pass at 1.5 feet, maybe as low as 2 feet, just to see if it can do it. If it can, then I'll come back and do the 3 foot. And then that'll break the ground fractured enough so that way I can come in with the backhoe and make things a little quicker. Plus this will make my line. Let's do it.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna head down here and observe Nick giving a rip. So what do you think, Kobe? You give a rip? What are you looking at? I'm gonna have to let him learn to run this. Except he'll be all over the farm hunting down certain hairy creatures.
All right, here we are. That's where I dug. That's where I'm going. I'm gonna go ahead and set the GPS up, get my line set exactly where I want it. I'm gonna drive the tractor all the way down to where I'm gonna turn to go up to the location up on the hill up here where the house is gonna be. That way I'll have tire tracks, that way I'll have a good idea where I'm at. Then when I come back, I'll do the rip. I'm gonna let the auto guidance steer the tractor, but in case I have to drive it by hand, I'll have tire tracks to follow by using auto guidance now. So let's get this set up. I wanna go west. Go west, young man. Yes. Getting almost 2 feet at 3.5 miles an hour. It's slipping. It's probably slipping 15-20%. Occasionally I feel it grab a rock or something and stops and then goes again, but the line is super straight. I love auto steer. Man, auto steer is nice. So I'll get up to here, turn around. I might set it back at the same tracks and pull it back that way at maybe 3 feet. Let's try it. there's my old gas line we put in about a couple weeks ago. So I'm just paralleling that, going right alongside. I did drop it down about another 6 inches and it's doing it. So I think we'll be okay going 2.5, 3 feet on the way back. All right, here we go. Back pass. I dropped down another foot. We're doing a good 3 feet. We're making it. She's doing it. It's starting, but it's doing it. It's good. I can only sense how much easier this backhoeing is going to go when I bring the backhoe in here. I think though I'm going to take the grader. You can see this berm right here that it's building up from ripping this. I'm going to grade it off to the side, and that way I'll come back with the backhoe it, and there won't be as much material to backhoe out. So maybe make it a little faster, because the grader will be a quick pass down the whole thing.
See, barely. He's doing an honest 3 feet right now. He did about 2.5 or so, and now it's down to 3 feet. You can tell that even that 6 inches down in that ground that's so clay, it's so compacted and hard that he's grinding away here where it's a little drier in the cropland. Yeah, it's looking around 35, 40-some% slippage right now, but he's grinding away through it.
Final stretch, good 3 feet, getting it. That's what I want. We're making progress. Then I think we're done with this ripper. Take it back to the Benjamin farm. They got more plans for it this fall before frost comes, so I gotta get it back to them. But it's sure been nice. I'll tell you what, guys. Ooh, that was a rock. Woo, felt that one. I think by using their ripper, renting it from them, our equipment, thanks to the Case IH 620 Steiger demo, the combination of all that, and doing all this ourselves, we've probably saved at least $40,000, $50,000 instead of having someone else do all this for us. We still have to buy the pipe. We're gonna have quite a few $1,000s in pipe, $8,000 or $9,000, $10,000, but at the end of the day, the money that we've saved here doing this, we'll be able to put towards the houses, which would be nice. So it's good. Blessings all around, things to be thankful for. Thanksgiving's coming up soon, I'll remember this. What's the top speed in a big bud? At least a Series 3 600 with this size tires on it. I'll show you. 23 miles an hour. That's not bad. It's not bad, actually. It's pretty good. It's time to Punch County Road. Let's see if we can do this. Fire this bad boy up. I got about 50 feet to go. It's gonna happen today. Pull a 2-inch through. We'll make it. Making that old backhoe work. Oh, that was a little endeavor. I didn't get any of this on film because we were short-handed and it was hard to film. But we'll film the next one. But we got it through. There it is. Nice 2-inch conduit. We're using this for conduit. I'm gonna cut it off the ends. We're gonna pull the primary cable through for electricity to go that way. But it was just a chore. We bored it, then put the reamer on, hooked onto the pipe, we're reaming back. It broke halfway through, which left the pipe halfway in there. Had to pull everything back out again. We tried to shove rebar through to hook onto the pipe and pull it through, it didn't work. So finally we're now doing it the old way. Set it all back up again, re-reamed it, hooked on, pulled through, and we got it. Woo! All right, I'll be back to you soon on the next job. We're done for now. We're going on a trip.